The late food critic Craig Claiborne used to tell the story of a woman who received a raw ham and was disappointed because she couldn't cook it right away. At least she thought she couldn't cook it right away because she didn't own a saw. You see, every time her mother would cook a ham, she'd always start by sawing 2 inches off the end, and so she assumed that's how it was supposed to be done. So she called her mother on the phone and said, "I have a ham, I don't have a saw. Why did you always saw 2 inches off the end of the ham before cooking it?" And the mother said, "Well, I learned to cook by watching my mother cook, and that's how she did it. That's how I assume it's supposed to be done." So the mother calls the grandmother and says, "Your granddaughter has a ham. She doesn't have a saw. Why did you always saw 2 inches off the end of the ham before cooking it?" And the grandmother pauses for a moment and says, "Because I never had a roasting pan large enough to hold a whole ham." And I love this story because it says so much about us as human beings. We believe and do things because our parents and grandparents and great-grandparents did them that way. And we don't often take the time to step back and ask why. Do we have good reasons? Philosophy invites us to do that kind of stepping back. It involves the critical scrutiny of our fundamental beliefs and convictions about the nature of reality, about knowledge, and about value. It's about careful distinctions and good arguments, not arguments in the sense of verbal quarrels, but in the sense of a chain of reasoning where the parts logically fit together. Now, if you ask a university admissions officer why you should study philosophy, they may tell you that philosophy majors do really well on the MCAT and the LSAT and other standardized tests, or that they have a higher mid-career income than even business majors, or that critical thinking skills are valuable in any profession. That's all true and important. But it's also important to remember that the value of philosophy isn't just in what it's going to bring later, but about the intrinsic reward of thinking carefully and deeply about the world. I'm John Corvino, and this is Better Argument.